Are you sick and tired of having a day come to an end and you're not getting the most out of that day? It feels like you're putting in the work, but you're not getting the results that you want to get. Well, this video is all about helping you have the most productive day ever with the routines that you set. Not the routines you're seeing up and down, 5 a.m., 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 1 a.m. routine. No, a routine that will work for you, why you need it, and how you can get the most out of your beautiful 24 hours. Because guess what? That is one thing on planet Earth that everyone is given accordingly. So the most productive person or the person that ends up churning millions of dollars every single day is also using the same 24 hours that you and I are using. A bit of some background. Before now, we would consider routines to be very, very boring. I don't know about you, but I used to think that having a routine is like so boring. How do you wake up every single day and keep doing the same thing? But no, we're actually getting routines wrong when we think this way. Or you could feel like maybe your day is so rigid. That's not it. Come to think of it, as a mother, you give your kids a routine. When you're waking them up in the morning, getting them ready for school, they get to school, you get to pick them. You're giving them a routine. And how is that routine benefiting you? It helps you allot time as a mother to know this is when I get to have my free time, and this is when I get to have time for the kids, time for my husband. So if you see that there's something you're gaining from giving a routine to a child, as adults, we definitely need more of a routine so we can be able to be available for the people who needs us. Why a routine is so important. Number one, it helps you build more efficiency. So the thing is, you wake up in a day and a decision is already made for you. Do you know how long it takes to make a decision where you're thinking, should I do this today? Should I not have to do this today? So when you have a routine, say you have a 6 a.m., 5 a.m. morning routine where you wake up in the morning and the first thing that you're doing is probably going to the bathroom to brush your teeth, to shower, to have your morning skincare. Your body knows already that after you're done with this task, you have to go back to the next task. So it helps you build more efficiency. And the time they would have used to say, what do I do next? Is automatically used to do something else. So you see, you're eliminating the planning phase. You're not just waking up in the morning trying to plan. You're waking up to do the do. Okay? So much time is lost in planning. Do I do this? Do I not do this? Or maybe I should get into this. Oh my goodness. Enough is enough. A well structured routine that works for you, because guess what? You don't have to have a routine that is like mine or a routine that is like your favorite YouTuber. You need to pick a routine that works for you because you know you better and you know how your day goes, whether you're working a 9 to 5 or you're working from home. You're going to be the one to decipher a routine that works absolutely best for you. So you understand that you're able to be more efficient, eliminate the planning phase. If you can only eliminate the planning phase in our lives will be so structured with more of actions and less of thinking, I want to do the action. And because at the end of the day, I want to ensure that you are making the most out of your day. We're talking about productivity. It's 100 for you. That is what we're looking for, and you can have it. And it comes to an end, and you're like, oh my goodness, I made the most out of this day. Like it was mine and mine for the taking. Having a routine is like a perfect music where everything is coming in perfect harmony. So when you have a routine, what you're allowing is the activities in your day flow through a seamless process. So after this, you know that you're going to go and do this. So having a routine helps you create some kind of beautiful structure. Every formal organization has structures that they live by, and these structures help them to be ultimately productive. So imagine that in your life you have a routine. What you're doing is creating structures, because as an organization, while I worked with the radio, we had programs that were scheduled for each day. So I know what is expected from you on a Monday, Tuesday, and so does the listener, knowing when to tune into their favorite program. Imagine I just wake up today and I'm like, I'm going on air and I'm doing any and anything just because I want to do it. I cannot get the best out of that day, because the thing is, your structure that you have set for yourself will help you enjoy your day. So your brain doesn't have to think. So when you move from this, you get to do this. So it's a seamless flow. There is no time spent in having to go to your phone going up and down. Have you checked how many hours you spend on our phones, especially if it's not the phone that is giving you money? So you see, when you create structures in place, you're able to eliminate things that you don't need. And which takes me to this very, very important point: eliminating bad habits. A routine is very, very essential, because routines are what we use to create habits, whether it's good or it's bad. So imagine that you have a good routine in place, because it's one thing to have a routine and it's another thing to have a routine that's very good and is going to be productive for you. So this video is helping you to create the routine that works for you, a routine that will serve you, and not the other way around. So you see, when you're able to have a routine, you put in place good habits, and the fact that you're doing something repeatedly will actually eliminate the bad habits that you do not want. So you see, how would you take it? Boring over what will give you the desired result? Which are you going to prefer? Let me know in the comment section. Is it having something to do again and again that you feel it's boring, or having to do something that is going to give you what you want? Be ultimately productive. Okay, so you see, having a routine helps you build good habits. What habits have you been trying to build lately in your life and you feel like you've not accomplished it? Try today. As you're watching, write it down somewhere. This is what I want my day to look like. So I'm having structured, and tomorrow when I wake up, I am going to do exactly that. Anything that is coming in for the next 7 days, I am not giving an entrance because it was not in my routine. So something can be urgent and not important. So having a routine helps you know what needs my time and what looks like it needs my time, but ultimately can't wait. You get to figure that out yourself. Ever heard the term that practice makes perfect? This is the beautiful thing about having a routine. You become more proficient because guess what? Doing something repeatedly, say you want to inculcate reading every single day into your routine. So when you wake up in the morning at 5 a.m., whatever time you deem fit, you know that at 7 a.m. you should be found reading. So you keep doing that every single day. Say you didn't have a reading culture before now, and now you wake up at 5, you get to read at 7. What that does for you is automatically you become a good reader. You're building systems in place where if the day passes and you don't find yourself reading, it just feels like you've lost something. That is why if you work out at the gym every single day, or say Monday to Friday, and you skip a day, somehow you automatically feel like, oh my goodness, something is leaving me. I am not giving my best, or the day doesn't feel fulfilled because your body is used to doing something. So it's the same thing. Mastering any skill that we want in our lives happens only when we do something regularly. We do it a day, we do it for 21 days. They even say a habit is formed in 21 days. So look at your life, something you're very good at now. What do you think made you good at it? Because you woke up one day and did it? No, because you did it again and again to be able to gain mastery. So putting a routine in place and putting a task into your routine that you have to do helps you gain some level of mastery. So right now, ask yourself, what have I been trying to gain mastery at? And how am I committed to this task? Routine is one way to get that done. Let's get over to another thing. I hope you're enjoying this video. And if you do, let me know in the comment section, because today we are creating that routine that's going to work for us. So many of us are on this table. We tend to be guilty of it. Procrastination, they say, is a thief of time. All right. You keep saying, I'm going to do something today, and you don't end up doing that thing that day. And you say, oh, I'm going to do it some other time. I'm going to do it someday. And that someday never comes. A routine is what is going to help you to eliminate procrastination from your life. Because guess what? Remember, I said that you're creating structures in place when you put a routine. So your body automatically gets to have a free flow into every action. From this task, I get to do that. So the time you're spending to having to think, you're actually doing the action that you are meant to do. And guess what? You're able to take out procrastinating from your life because your life is following a routine. My morning begins with having to pray. I have something that I plug into every 6:30. So nothing takes that away from me. I just know that I'm connected to that prayer and I'm starting my day with God. Here's what you should know. When a set of tasks and activities becomes repetitive, you're forming a routine, and that automatically eliminates procrastination. So when you have been able to have tasks and activities inculcated into your routines, you do them again and again. So you don't have to think it. If we can reduce the times that we use in thinking, I want to do this, and get the job done, we will be having a super, super productive day. And which takes me to one thing that routine does that is not even talked about, and that is confidence. Oh my goodness. One beautiful way to start your day is laying your bed in the morning. That's something you would hear the successful man tell you, that you should lay your bed in the morning. What does that do for you? When you wake up in the morning and your bed is laid, you're more like telling yourself, I've accomplished one task, now I can move on to the other. And there's a sense of boost that your brain gets. So each time you do a routine, you are telling your brain, well done, you're being productive, and we can do more. And once someone gets a certain level of encouragement, they tend to do more. So Having a routine and working towards it help you gain some level of confidence. And who wouldn't want your confidence? Like a spray of confidence is going to be super, super essential to us having a productive day. Well. Contrary to what most people think, that a routine was just going to box your day with a series of activities that you don't even get to have time to have fun. Well, having a routine helps you know that you have said you're going to do this. And once you're able to do that, you're ending up freeing yourself time to be able to relax, time to have with the kids, time to have with your partner. Because guess what? Your life cannot just be snowballed into a series of doing things that is not helping for your mental wellness and you being okay. Now, remember that I said that so much of our time is wasted on having to plan. And having to spend so much time having to make a decision is giving some kind of anxiety or stress. And that actually fights your productivity. So when you have routines set in place, you're able to accomplish your tasks, build a confidence, and it's enabling you to free up space. And then you have time to do the things that you love. So you see, your mental well being is actually prioritized. And this moves us to the fact that when you're able to follow up with your routine and create more time for yourself, you're able to track and see that you are being successful. Because guess what? When a day comes to an end and you ask yourself, what have I accomplished today? And you can't actually see anything before you that you've accomplished, you feel less of yourself. But when you do something again and again, you're able to monitor that there's a certain level of progress. Because today I was able to read a chapter, tomorrow I read a chapter, and then at the end of the month, I am done with a book. And some persons struggle to finish a book. Imagine that putting a routine in place that allows you read for an hour or a chapter every single day is enabling you accomplish your book goal. But much more than the goals, because I read from Atomic Habits and it has become part of me, is that in the course of having to achieve a goal, you are building systems, and systems makes you not just achieve the goal, but makes it part of you. You don't just want to have a routine because, oh my goodness, I have a routine. You want to be able to make this part and parcel of your life. And now, for those who think that routines are actually boring or routines are going to take me out of the spontaneous and the fun part of my life, well, here's what you should know. You don't have to have one routine for every single day. There is room for variety. Just like when I was working as a radio host, we had shows that were programmed for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's the same thing. You can have a routine that works on Monday, and then for Tuesdays, it's completely different. Or you have a routine that works for the weekday, and then something entirely different for the weekend. So this is it. Sit down, have a conversation with yourself. Yes. That's going to be eliminating the time you have to go through social media or go through your phone again and again. What you're going to do is sit down. How do I want my mornings to look like? How do I want my afternoons to look like? And how do I want my evening on a Monday to look like? So on Tuesday is when I'm going to be creating room for time with the girls, family, time with my partner, going on a solo dates, going on a date with a partner, and all of that. Because if our lives get so overwhelmed with work, now I said this to myself, my life cannot just be all work. Nah, it can't be all work all the way. There has to be room for fun. And when you go out and do something different from what you usually do, so why it looks like it's spontaneous, but it's actually inside what you said you were going to achieve. So it's not just out of the blues, you're inculcating it into your routine. So I know Tuesday is when I'm having a girls' time out or a nighttime in with my girls. So already you're seeing that there is room for fun and there's room to decide, all right, this is the day I'll do this. And on this day, I'm not actually available. So people don't get to access you when they're not supposed to access you. They already know that you have a well structured time. So this is going to be your free time and they can have you. But after this time, you're no longer available. So you see, you're going to be there for people, but at the same time, you're also going to be there for yourself. So it's a win-win situation here. Oh my goodness. Did you actually know that having a well structured routine or a routine that works for you is helping you save money? Because if you know that you're going to do something again and again, it helps you plan for it, whether you're having to work out at the gym. So instead of having to pay every single day or the days that you go, you have some kind of structure of paying a monthly subscription for your gym. And that way, it is helping you pay less than someone who just has to pay a day or the other day that you want to go to. So you see, saving money and also some kind of impulse buying. Because When you know that you have put a routine in place, routine helps you plan. So if you're going shopping, you already know that these are the things on the list that you want to get. Any other thing that is finding its way into that list is not it. So you're not just having to, I see this, I like it, I want it, I buy it. I see this, I like it, I want. No, that's not going to be you. You're going to say that, oh, this is what I came to get. And any other thing that looks good, well, you can wait some other time. So that way you don't end up having to spend your money on what you don't want to. Everything is well structured. Now you see it. It looks like it's boring, but at the end of the day, it's saving you stress, it's saving you anxiety, it's helping you know that your money is going for that which you need and not that which you want. Because, yeah, I get it. Now, trying to create some kind of balance here. When people say that routines are rigid for them and they will not be spontaneous, they love to just wake up and not know what a day looks like. It's beautiful. It can work for them. It might not work for you. But this is it. Bring your spontaneity into your routine. So today I want to do something different that I haven't done before. So you see, it's routine, but it's spontaneous. So you know that you've been able to allot time for it. I know that this worked when I noticed that I wanted to get better with my skin. So I said I wanted to have a pre-morning skincare before I eventually get to shower. Now, sticking to this for a month, I noticed that my skin was getting better because I was doing this again and again. Remember, it is actually said that practice makes perfect. So when you do something repeatedly, again and again, you're able to build some structure in your life. So at the end of the day, you're able to account. So you have like a self-evaluation day, have a self-evaluation week where you're looking at what did I do this week? What I said I was going to achieve this week, did I get to? So your routine helps you bring in all of your tasks into what you do daily, and you are building momentum, like you're doing it again and again, building momentum rather than having to, I'll just go do this. Oh, after I'm done with this, let me go do this. No, it's going to be a seamless flow of activities, and that's going to be absolutely beautiful. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. And this is one thing I'd love you to do right before we get to wrap up on today's video, which is having a conversation with yourself. Maybe you're going on with your life anyhow, any single day. I do this, I do that. Sit down and say, what would Monday look like for me? Or how would I want Monday to look like for me? And then when you write down, all right, 6 a.m. to 12 a.m., this is what I hope to accomplish. This is what I want to be doing every single morning when I wake up. What works for you? How does my Tuesday look like? What kind of routine can I build for a Tuesday that I know that's going to make me productive? Spending time with yourself. Because the thing is, you keep saving and watching so many productive videos without not doing the action is going to be making you less productive. Now you think you're being productive, but actually you are not because you're not doing the do. It is in the action, not in the planning. If you don't take out anything from this video, remember that so much time is lost in actually planning than really doing the action, which actually gives you the result that you want. I hope that this video helps you build a routine that works for you. And let me know if you're going to be starting a routine that is entirely different, eliminating bad habits, and bringing in the beautiful habits that you want. Because guess what? 2024 has to be that productive. The first half of the year is almost over. So we're going to enter into the second half being the very best that we can be. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Judy James, and I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you did, please like and subscribe to the channel because there's plenty more where this came from. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and what was your favorite takeout from it. I love to read from you in the comment section. Lots of love from me to you. And I look forward to seeing us being the most productive girlies and men on the channel because this has to be our. See you in my next video. Mwah.